Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review. I am Jay, that is Mars, and today we are reviewing the Uncanny Counter Episode 3. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, leave a comment, let us know what you thought about the episode as well. We'd love to hear your opinion to see if everybody pretty much had the same idea or if you took, something different from these episodes. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get right into it. All right, so episode 3 started with all of them finally getting to the evil spirit that was chasing the little girl.
Mhm.
And yeah, so when they were driving there, it was daytime. When it got there, is nighttime. I was just like, why?
Yeah,
Why? I don't know. Like
and
this
that
needs
one.
to be more efficient.
Yeah,
Like these are grim. They can jump really high. They have really cool capabilities. I'm pretty sure they can get around. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm
yeah.
being too picky, but it's whatever. So yeah, so episode 3 starts. They go to find this evil spirit, to rescue the little girl. What
Mhm,
we did not know was there's also the girl's father that was there. So basically, this evil spirit dude was hired, or maybe the his host was hired. Let's say the host
mhm,
was hired to this company, and they don't make that much money. It looks like just like a saw. I think like they cut up blocks and stuff like that. So like the dude, the girl's father is just like, "Yeah, we brought you in, we hired you. Come on, just stop this. You don't have to do this." And he's just getting angrier and angrier, and he starts hitting the man in his head. I'm just,
yeah,
oh, you tend to forget that this is like a mature drama,
yeah,
because that scene was really brutal, and then it started making me even more angry because it took them that long to get there. But it's whatever.
mhm,
Um, so yeah, so they ended up getting there. Somun was able to find them where they were. I think it was based on the grill, because he so the what was it? Their what was it's called their zone, right? The little rainbow thing that shows up.
um,
Is it their
yeah, I
zone
think
or their side? Something like that. But that shows up, so he starts playing with it. And as he's playing with it, he turns his head and he notices um, that the stove. No, I don't remember how it went.
mhm,
Um, he either he noticed the stove first, or he got like an image of nah, I think he noticed the stove was turned on, or he heard something, and went to turn the stove off, and that's when he started to get visions of exactly where the dude was, not exactly, but where what was going on at that time. And he was able to find them
mhm,
right before, I think he was gonna hit the girl, right? Because he was
okay,
above the girl. He was about to hit her with the whatever thing he was holding in his hand.
mhm,
And Somun ended up sparing him, knocking him down. And then he was like, he was trying not to fight
mhm,
because they scared him. Like Hana scared him into thinking that he would end up punching and actually killing somebody because
yeah,
of his fist. Because he punched in the last episode, he hit the punching bag and his hand went right through, and the sand came out. So they're afraid he's very very strong, or he doesn't
mhm,
know his own strength. He doesn't have control yet. So he tackles the guy down. He's like, stop moving, stop moving. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. And he
yeah,
just kept getting up. Um, So eventually they ended up fighting, and he ended up getting his butt kicked because he was holding back. I don't know if it was because he was holding back or he hasn't really fought, like a evil spirit yet,
Mhm.
to where, I mean, everything he's done so far is just training, right?
Yeah,
So
so
this is
far.
like his actual real time fighting someone who actually wants to hurt him. And he gets knocked on his butt, and it looks like the evil spirit went for, just went to stab him, and
Mhm,
then it cut to everybody running over there.
mhm.
What did you think of that, like the initial scene?
The fighting scene?
Yeah. Like the initial part before it got a little crazier.
Um, I thought it was interesting how, he, analyzed the situation before he went into it. I thought that was good.
Yeah, like he was trying to be very smart about it, which is really good. But yeah, he definitely, I wrote down, you can tell that there's a difference between him and them as far as like the level of experience. Um so yeah, so I wrote down I couldn't do any of this because if it was me and there's a little girl, I'm
Mhm,
sorry. It's gonna happen. If I lose the counter ability, that's cool. This little
mhm.
girl, this dude is trying to hurt a little girl, even a little kid, but just hurting a child in general. It's just like I can't do it.
I mean, he wouldn't get in trouble because the girl is being harmed by a
Right, the evil
possessed
spirit.
demon.
Right,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right.
So
So they were coming at it from a perspective of because he's a level 3. Well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Um.
okay.
So yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So they jump forward. They find him, and he's sitting on his butt. He's, it's like, come to your senses. Um, Miss Chu went to heal the old man because he was still alive, and Hana, Motak, and Somun went after the guy because he had the little girl and he was running with her.
Mhm.
So Motak recommended that Somun jump to like this really high sculpture thing to get a better view of where the guy might be hiding, and he was able to find him. But this asshole tried to throw a giant block onto this little girl.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yo, evil spirits are really evil. Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
why do all that? Like,
Right. It's like, do you know how much you must lack humanity
yeah.
to go to that level of extreme
Mhm.
to hurt a little girl?
Yeah. And she
Oh
was
my
unconscious
goodness.
too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So Motak was able to get there, and stop the brick from falling over. It was like a giant block
Mhm.
that would just crush the little girl.
Mhm.
Um, but the dude wants to be an asshole and starts like kicking him at the leg to make
Yeah.
him like fall down so the brick can
Mhm.
crush both he and the girl. And I'm just like, Somun, you found him. Why are you still up there?
Yeah. Right. I mean, he finally came down and
Yeah, but I'm just like, it took way too long to get down there,
yeah,
man.
honestly,
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
But it
come
was a
on,
good fight.
man.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, he eventually, so he ended up tackling the evil spirit. They started fighting, and it looks like the evil spirit was gonna stab him.
Mhm.
But Hana shows up, and
Mhm.
instead of Hana trying to help him, she went to help Motak. I'm just like,
Right. Here's what didn't make sense. So Motok, he's holding the stone, right? He's holding it
mhm,
up. And Hana gets there, right?
mhm,
And she helps him hold it up. And I'm
mhm.
just like, why don't you take the girl out from under the stone so he can move and
They
I
can
know
just the stone can be, a non-priority anymore. It can be out of
right.
the picture.
How about moon?
Yeah.
Like, I was so confused by that, that didn't make any
I
sense to me. I was like,
see that's
okay."
that's cool. That's cool because we both saw things differently, but exactly the same.
Mhm,
Because she could have done a lot of things that would have helped a lot more, and she didn't. So I'm just like I'm looking at someone struggle with this guy, and this guy's trying to stab him in the face,
yeah,
and then she's like, "Oh, you'll be fine. Just go over."
right,
She told him to be careful. She doesn't don't kill him. Don't do anything. It's like he's the trainee. You should make sure he's okay first, right? Because
yeah,
Motak is supposed to be the strongest one. So he can probably hold this a little bit longer. So there's two things she could have done. She could have moved the girl and or gone to help someone. But eventually their side or their zone shows up and gives him power to fight the evil spirit. But then he got
mhm,
really emotional. And he got really because he touched the evil spirit um before and he saw how he killed the couple, that old
mhm,
couple, when they were hiking. And
yeah,
so all of that just came rushing back. And he just started
mhm,
hitting him and hitting him. I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna kill him.
yeah,
I really thought he was gonna kill him. Oh my
mhm,
gosh. But thank God, thank God he didn't.
yeah, he
Um,
did.
so after that scene of saving that family, we come to find out that Sumun's dad, well, I didn't like I did not remember or recall like the first scene of the first episode that the person who called his dad was Motak. I had no idea. Like it
Yeah,
I was like, hold up, wait. Is he the guy that was on the roof?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When
I was
I
like,
first watched I
go
didn't
ahead.
know either. I didn't know that was him either, so I was like, "Oh, yeah, that is him." Because I
I'm like,
went back and I was
yo,
like,
yeah. I'm
"Yeah,
like, they seem to be really intertwined. So basically, when Motak was put in a coma, was the same time Somun was also in a coma
okay,
because of
yeah,
the car accident. So it happened at the exact same time, at the exact same night um, that it happened. So when Somun mentioned his dad's name, Motak's memory came back, and he remembered the card, the
mhm,
business card that he had that had the person's name written on it. So that was cool. I was like, it seems like they're very much intertwined. So
mhm,
he's probably going to treat someone a lot differently now. But I'm really looking forward to finding out more about
yeah,
his story as well. Like, because in this episode, we also found out that he was dating like
the
the
detective,
detective lady. So
yeah,
I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens there.
mhm,
So yeah, so after all of that, we jumped to these high school kids that absolutely refuse to be high school kids. I'm
yep,
just like, is are we still in a high school?
yeah, they some thugs.
Oh my gosh. They are out of pocket.
Mhm, they really
Like
are.
this is also unnecessary.
Mhm,
Like they're actively hurting people and they're getting away with it. So
yeah,
I am really hopeful that nothing happens to someone because people like this need to be put in check. I'm sorry. Like
yeah,
you can't be doing this.
right,
Oh my
mhm,
gosh. So yeah, so they start talking about how he beat them up in the last episode. in the classroom, and I guess this one dude who's like the big, the big leader guy of everybody, and he's
Mhm.
collecting money and he's doing all this stuff, and I'm just like, bruh, I swear. But yeah, they say they're gonna go after him. I'm like, okay, more butt kicking. Sure, I'm
Mhm.
down for that. So he I think this is no, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah. So they decide they're gonna go after him. So we jump to the next day, and Somun uh hides his little walker and starts running. And he's doing some, I'm not gonna say parkour because it's not really parkour. He wasn't doing any type of flips, but it was
Mhm.
sort of it was like half parkour.
Yeah.
But he's like running, he's jumping, and his friends catch him doing that. And they're like, is that
Mhm.
him? And they have no idea what's going on. So they confront him about it. And he explains to them that he can't tell them everything, but he can walk. So
Mhm.
they're like, okay, let me hold this. I want to see you walk. And then he starts walking and they start crying. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yo.
Mhm.
They gotta stop doing this to me, man.
Yeah.
Like
I
everybody watching is gonna be like, yeah, this dude cries a lot. I don't, I really don't. But this was
thought
really impactful.
yeah, it's weird because I thought his friends would have been the first ones that he would have told,
But he
you
didn't
know?
really tell anybody though, besides
I
his
mean, he
grandma.
told his grandparents, yeah.
And yeah, he did. He only told his grandma, not his grandpa,
Mhm.
which is like. But I also understand it'll be you tell too many people, it becomes a question of how did this happen,
Mhm.
and then people want to know, and because
Mhm.
people like to be nosy, you
Yeah.
can't you
Yeah.
can't just you can't just escape death and come back, or you can't just go missing and then everybody thinks you're dead and come back to life, and everybody be like, oh, he's back, yay, thank God, and then go about their day. No, they want to know what happened, they want to know everything, you know
Yeah.
swear. So yeah, when he started walking, I just started crying. I was not crying, but I just started tearing up. Just like I did the whole thing with like the how when people start crying or attempt to, or like are starting to cry, and they're like, am I spilling some onions around here? I'm like, hold on, are
Yeah.
my neighbors cooking some onions trying to save face? Like
Yeah.
like someone's actually watching me cry. But I was so emotional. So yeah. So after this, we go to the high school, and all of them are coming. The big bad, the big tough fat guy that's in front of all of them. Oh yeah, yeah. Hold up. This is moving again. Okay, there we go. So
Right.
yeah, the big. There's always that one big guy that's like I'm not gonna say necessarily strong. He's just really big, so he really acts like a tough guy. It's always the ones that end up getting beat down first
Mhm.
because he thinks he can do anything. So they come looking for him, and they're like, "See us like at the side of the school or something like that at 3 p.m." And he's like, "Why?" And
Mhm.
they all get offended. Why? How dare you ask why? So the big guy
Mhm.
goes to grab someone, grabs him, and throws him into the window. And I'm just like, dude, you absolutely have to kick their asses, please,
Right.
please, please. So he gets up, and the dude grabs his shoulder. He grabs his arm from his shoulder. He twists it and he holds it, and the guy's like, ah, and then he kicks him in the nuts. He
Yeah.
kicks him
Yeah.
right there, and then kicks him in the head, and he was knocked out. So all
Mhm.
of them start coming after him, and he ends up beating all of them up. Not all, but then we finally got to the big guy. He's like, who's the strongest? And he's like standing there, like, guy, he's a tough guy, gonna try to fight him. Someone dodged everything, punched him, and then kicked him. And he turned around which is really cool. He turned around and then fell on his knees and then fell on his face.
Mhm. That was great. My thing is, like, how does this happen in a whole school? How did he
Right.
even get like,
Right.
I just
Right. So we
don't.
don't know if he goes to the school. It doesn't seem like he goes to the school.
Mhm.
But if he does, where the hell are the teachers, the
Right,
principal? Where are
right.
these people?
Security, like, where you at?
Right. Oh my
No.
gosh. So that's why I'm just like someone should not get in it. Like people allow this stuff to happen and these guys, I don't know if they killed anybody before,
Mhm,
but this is how it starts. So wouldn't it be better to get ahead of the evil spirits coming into people and then taking over and then killing more and more people and then raining rapid? Wouldn't it be better to you know deal with these kids before they actually kill somebody, or before an
mhm,
evil spirit sees them, or maybe possibly an evil spirit is in them and they just haven't been detected yet?
mhm,
you know but someone seems to be the only one that is dealing with this, or even is I don't know. Like I would have thought like at the beginning, when they all went to the gymnasium, that they all would have just sensed something is wrong with these kids and that
mhm,
they're not just gonna change, just do a little bit of investigation. But they seem to be very, on the side of, we're not gonna do anything until like an evil spirit starts doing something. So I kind of didn't like that too much.
mhm.
Um, yeah. So I wrote down these dudes need to stop being assholes and try to live as good people. Sheesh. Like they
Yeah,
really need to stop.
mhm,
And then I wrote, I really want him to destroy these dudes in the next episode
for real.
because they they kidnapped both his friends. So I think the other friend is
Oh, yeah, in the end,
uh
right?
right. The other friend, I don't know which one it was. Yes. So the other friend is Kim Mong Min,
Mhm,
um, and the girl is Im Jo Yeon. So they kidnapped both of them, beat um, Wong Min really really badly, and even
mhm,
the girl. I'm like, what type of men are these?
mhm.
How how do you? I don't. So I'm really really looking forward to him just beating the holy hell. No, beating beating the holy hell out of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, beating the hell out because hell isn't holy. Beating the hell out of them. I'm please. Once we're done, I'm gonna go and watch the third episode.
Mhm.
I have to see it because it's this is getting out of hand.
Yeah, yeah, they need to be controlled.
For real. They're gonna kill somebody.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, what did you think of
Uh,
of just that ending scene of them kidnapping
I
the two?
kinda knew it was gonna happen because Moon kinda beat them up, so they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go after his loved ones." I actually thought they were gonna go after his grandparents
Right.
because I was kinda scared about that for a minute, but I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it's his friends, that's fine." I mean, that's
That's
not
not
fine.
but it's
It's
not
not
as
fine.
bad. I get what you mean. It's not
Yeah,
as
yeah, yeah.
bad.
Yeah, don't touch the grandparents. Don't touch the old people, please. Cause no.
If they do, like the entire Grim Reaper universe needs to give him permissions to kick their asses.
Mhm,
And like really kick their asses. Like really, really and then no healing,
mhm,
no coming back, because people like this don't learn until something bad happens to them, like really, really bad, more than just a simple ass whooping, just something really bad, and then they will come to their senses that you know what, I've been really bad, haven't I?
mhm.
I hope that happens in the next episode because I'm tired of seeing them bully people. I'm really tired.
Yeah.
But that scene though, that speech he did in the hallway after he beat them up,
Oh, yeah.
I started clapping. I was like, "Yeah."
He's getting a little comfortable with himself. He's starting to feel himself a little bit,
I
but
was like,
I
"Yo, the defender, man."
Mhm.
Sheesh. Oh my gosh. So that's pretty much all of the important things that happened in episode 3. Um, I don't think we missed anything. I don't think we missed anything because I literally just saw the episode. Oh, one important thing. Yes. Um, Motak went over to the police station to investigate his case because now he has some type of memory. He knows who someone's father is and how everything comes into play. So he went to, investigate what's going on, and he found out that they said he tried to commit suicide.
Lies.
Just like, hold up, wait. Because that detective lady, she was apparently the one that wrote down everything.
Mhm.
She seemed to be, the righteous one. Like from the previous scene that we saw after the older guy passed away from their team.
Mhm.
So I was just like, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah.
And then once he reached out to try to meet her so he can get a sense of what's going on, when he went to meet her, there was the criminal dude that was on the poster that says wanted, and he's walking with the other detective and they're just smiling.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my gosh.
Dirty
How
cop.
can you be so openly dirty?
Yeah. It's a
And then
shame.
it's so terrible. No wonder these kids can get away with hurting, because what the police are not going to do anything because they're dirty too.
Yeah.
So we find out that he used to date the detective, and he explained to the detective that there was actually two people at the scene of the crime or that caused the accident involving Moon and his parents. Um, so I guess she's gonna try to investigate or whatever. But regardless, I'm just like, I don't know.
Mhm.
Someone probably just told her to do something and she just did it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she said they were a couple. So do you know him to be suicidal for you to believe that? There's a
Mhm.
lot of things that needs to be explained on her part to allow
Yeah.
everything to happen the way it did. So I'm looking forward to the next episode.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else. Do you remember anything else that happened?
Um, no, I think that's it.
Yeah, that was everything that was important anyway.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna cut it here. So definitely watch this episode if you haven't. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have, but still, let us know what you thought. Any impressions, any of this left on you when you saw the episode. We'd love to know in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.